The reason why the reason why the reward of fasting is so unique is due to its natural ability or its natural flow of having sincerity. Like, you really can't show off when you're fasting in the month of Ramadan. Like, what are you going to do? Go to someone and say, I'm fasting? Well, hopefully all of us are fasting. And also, there's no way, unless a person deliberately does so, to expose that you're fasting. Because the day continues to move normally. You're not praying in front of someone. You're not giving charity in front of someone. You're not necessarily helping someone in front of others. It's all happening. Everything is taking place. My day is going about as it normally would have, but I'm fasting. There's no element of insincerity in it or ostentation in it. And because it is so sincerely, it is done so sincerely for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that deed holds that level of ikhlas, I am the reward for it. Why else would this person not eat when they walk into the kitchen? No one's watching them. Why else would this person not drink when they're thirsty? No one is watching them. And the whole idea of fasting is about habs, is leaving. This is why the greatest deeds in our religion are seen when we're leaving things for Allah. Like, why is ihram so unique in Hajj? It's unique because we're leaving things for Allah. We're leaving things that we normally are used to, whether it be scent or dressing in a certain way. Why is Salah so special? Because we leave our speech and we leave our movements and commit to a certain act for the sake of Allah. Why is fasting? Why does it hold the greatest reward? Because we leave things for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what a loss it would be that we leave these things for the sake of Allah, but don't actually have the weightiness of the reward. The Prophet ﷺ referred to the concept of this by saying, رُبَّ صَائِمٍ لَيْسَ لَهُ مِنْ صِيَامِهِ إِلَّا الْجُوعِ وَرُبَّ قَائِمٍ لَيْسَ لَهُ مِنْ قِيَامِهِ إِلَّا السَّهَرِ. That there are many people who would fast in the month of Ramadan, but they gain nothing from their fast except for hunger. Because they're leaving food and they're leaving their consumption, but they're still backbiting. And they're still involved in all of the other aspects that should have also been left. Whether it was backbiting or gossiping or slandering people or arguing with people. So I'm fasting, but yet I'm a keyboard warrior. I'm fasting, yet I'm looking down upon people. The whole idea of feeding people begins with afshu salam wa at'imu ta'am. I must give my salam to people, then feed them. In other words, the person must be at peace when they're eating with me or when I'm feeding them. So رُبَّ صَائِم. There are many people who fast. They leave food for the sake of Allah, but fasting is not about controlling our mouth. It's about controlling our tongue. If my tongue isn't controlled, then really the point of the fast is incomplete. It may be sincere, but it's not complete. وَرُبَّ قَائِمٍ لَيْسَ لَهُ مِنْ قِيَامِهِ إِلَّا السَّهَرِ. And how many people stand in the night for tahajjud, but they get no reward for it except for exhaustion? They're standing, but they're standing looking at the other person saying, what are you doing here? How did this person get in? The whole idea of ihram is that we're all equal. Everyone is looking the same. The whole idea of fasting is we're all at the same level. So the purpose of fasting is to leave. It's not enough just to leave the food. It's more important to leave any type of animosity of the heart, anything in the heart which creates superiority. You cannot be insincere while fasting because everyone is fasting. One cannot have arrogance through it because everyone is fasting. But what if I still have arrogance through it? What if I'm still attempting to present myself as if I'm better than someone else? The mouth is controlled, but the tongue is still rambling away. Then what's the point of fasting? So the whole idea of this concept of ana ajzi bi is this person, the Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala concludes the hadith by saying this person holds back from eating, drinking, relationships. All of that they stop doing because of my love. If we're able to hold back from these primary aspects and needs of life, then why are we unable to make the commitment? And yes, we are able to make the commitment to hold back in the way we type, the way we ridicule, the way we gossip, the way we comment. The tongue is the focus of the month of Ramadan, not the mouth. And if the tongue is something that we work on, then indeed, ana ajzi bi. The fasting, the reward of it will be Allah because of the natural sincerity which is within it. We don't have to work for it. It's already there. May Allah make us amongst the sincere and allow us to take the most reward from our fasting, not just make the movement, but actually make some progress. Not every movement is progress. Movement leads towards progress if done within the parameters that the Prophet ﷺ and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught us. May Allah bless you all, reward you all. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.